Hey there, welcome to episode 30 of Poolside Sales Chat. I am Bernie Borges, host of the Social Business Engine podcast and CEO of Find and Convert. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in to Poolside Sales Chat, I do this, as you can see, by my pool. I'm recording this on a cloudy January day in Palm Harbor, Florida. I've got a cat and a dog walking around, so don't be surprised if you see that in the background, and sometimes even a deer in the background will walk by as well. If that happens, my dog will bark really loud. Hey, on this episode, I am going to take you into the future by just a little bit. And I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and the role that it is going to play in B2B sales. But before I go into the future, I want to talk a little bit about the present, and that is what you can do today. We've got this 2-page download on 8 reasons that sales professionals must use social media to succeed. You can download it right up here in this little link up here. And today, the focus really is this point down here, and that is that by the time a B2B buyer is willing to talk to a salesperson, they're 90% of the way through their buyer's journey. And my discussion today on the role of AI, you're going to see the impact that it has on that. So download this today so that you can be ready for that. So here we go. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. If you're on Facebook, you're already exposed to it. If you have a smartphone and you've talked into your smartphone asking it for directions or something, that's a form of AI. If you use one of those home-based products like Amazon Echo, that's a form of AI. I don't know if you caught the 60 Minutes episode recently where they talked about autonomous drones that are now being used to go in and find an enemy using artificial intelligence. AI is proliferating everywhere, even into content marketing and in the B2B sales process. So, did you know that according to a Forrester report, 93% of B2B buyers prefer to engage with a website using the machine logic on that website versus actually engaging with a salesperson? 93%. Now, before you freak out over that, because when I read that, I went, whoa, we're talking about the simple sale, the simple products, transactional products, coffee cups, office furniture, even medical supplies, where the buyer is interacting with a website and they're leaving a very structured path of data because of that transactional history that's taking place. However, in a complex sale, the data that happens between the prospective buyer and the prospective seller is very unstructured. If you think about it, that B2B buyer is all over the web. They're on your website, they're in your blog, they're maybe retweeting or just following your Twitter stream or your Facebook stream, your company page Facebook stream, or your company page on LinkedIn. Maybe they're engaging, maybe they're in online forums, private groups. So they're all over the web while they're checking you out, while they're doing their evaluation. Remember, 98%, whoops, wrong side, 90% of that journey is complete before they're willing to even talk to you. Go ahead and download that 2-pager on this right now. So the way that artificial intelligence is going to come into play is that really soon, content marketing is going to get so smart through AI-powered technology that it is going to be able to span the entire digital footprint of that B2B buyer. Even when that buyer is in a team of 4, 5, 6, 10 people spread across different geographic zones, we're going to be able to actually identify most of those buyers and span their digital footprint, know what their interests are, know where they're spending time, even know where they went to school. And then, this is where it gets really interesting. Then, through AI-powered cognitive technology, people within the selling organization are going to get notified to do the specific follow-up with an individual on the buyer's journey based on that digital footprint, based on their needs, their interests, their wants, maybe even based on what school they went to. So people will get an assignment to go follow up with those people on the buyer's journey. So instead of the salesperson doing all the follow-up, himself or herself, without necessarily having the same alignment with each member of the complex buyer's journey, AI is going to assign the follow-up to people within the selling organizations to do the follow-up who's the right person to do that follow-up in the right moment for the right reasons. Wow, that is going to free up the B2B salesperson to be way more strategic, focused on sort of orchestrating, kind of like I use the analogy of being the conductor of the orchestra, orchestrating the deal, orchestrating all the relationship building that has to take place, making sure all the communication's happening, making sure that the follow-up is happening, and really freeing them up to do the things that they need to be doing and not doing time wasting and really low probability activities for the simple reason that they may not be able to make the right connection with the right person on that team. Wow. Look, this that I just described is not here today, but depending on when you're watching this, because I recorded this in January 2017, it's right around the corner. That's why I mentioned all examples of AI. It include things like in-app intelligence. AI is everywhere, and it's just around the corner where the B2B selling organization is going to have that power, and it's going to make the B2B salesperson more productive. And oh, by the way, it's even going to make the journey more efficient for the buyer. So everybody wins. The marketer or content marketing can be more intelligent and more effective. The B2B salesperson can be more productive, and even the customer's journey can be more efficient. But again, today, what you need to be doing is you need to be focused on using social media strategically, effectively to engage. So again, I want to encourage you to download this little 2-pager, 8 reasons sales professionals must use social media to succeed. One of the things that you'll learn is how 98% of sales professionals with at least 5,000 LinkedIn contacts exceed their quota. So you can get that today by clicking right here. And hey, if you like this episode, if you just learned something, if you think there's one little tidbit of information that's valuable, why don't you share it with your friends, your boss, your dog? Well, maybe not your dog, but you know what I mean. Tell your colleagues about it, and also come down here and just click the like button and again, share it. Hey, that's going to do it for episode 30 of Poolside Sales Chat. Once again, I'm Bernie Borges, CEO of Find and Convert and executive producer of Social Business Engine. Make sure you stop by socialbusinessengine.com and register or subscribe to my podcast and my weekly updates so you never miss another episode like this. Until next time, I wish you continued sunshine. See ya.